Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're going to be checking out Chad's 2024 Seawolf Grey Eray. This is only the second Eray we've had here at the shop, and he didn't skip a beat on any of the modifications that we did. Come along with me and let's check it out. First modification Chad had us do is remove the front license plate bezel piece. This is a super popular modification that Z06 and Eray clients do because it's free and it makes the front end look super aggressive. This is actually going to be recommended for track use, but most guys aren't tracking these cars, so they're just going to take it off because it looks better. When removing that front license plate insert, it's super important to try to protect these radiators. That's why Chad went ahead and had our Paragon radiator grille guards installed from day one. He drove the car from the dealership to us and we did all these modifications. So nice to protect your investment with those radiator grille guards. Then my personal favorite modification on the front is the yellow daytime running lights. This is going to complement a lot of the yellow accents that he has on the car. And on this Seawolf Grey, the yellow DRLs are perfection. Stepping up to the frunk, there's not much modification that we offer for this, but it's still nice to dress up what you can. So he went ahead and installed the Paragon Billet brake cap and Billet washer cap in a black finish to really kind of keep up with the sleek look that he's looking for. All right, moving wide into the side of the car, as we always do here, we get rid of the monster truck ride height. Now, what's different about the E-Rays is that if you get front lift like Chad did, there are zero lowering options for the car right now because we can't use the traditional collar method. However, thanks to Chad and a few other people out there in the world like Steven and Brink of Speed, he has one of the only sets in the world Paragon lowering springs for the E-Ray. Now, these are going to work for both front lift and non-front lift applications, but if you have a front lift car right now, you can't lower it. So everybody give a huge thanks to Chad and the other couple people out there that are testing these springs for us. This is the final car that we needed to give it the green light, and we did. So we're going to be getting about a 1-inch drop on the front and the back once the springs settle in about 500 to 1,000 miles, which is a great ride height for Chad. And if you don't have front lift, you can lower it on the springs and the collars and get up to a 2-inch drop. The next thing that you can notice from the side profile of Chad's car are the wheel spacers on the back. Now, kind of like lowering springs and everything, we've actually never installed spacers on an E-Ray. We assumed they were the same from Z06 to E-Ray, but they're not. So thanks to Chad's help, we were able to verify what spacers we're going to have to make for these. Currently, we're sitting on a 15mm wheel spacer, but due to the wheel design change from E-Ray to Z06, we're actually going to have to be offering the 20mm wheel spacers for this E-Ray. We'll cover a whole video on that later, so be on the lookout for the pair of 20mm wheel spacers for the E-Ray coming sometime early to mid 2025. Rolling onto the backside of the car, which most Mustang owners see, Chad has gone ahead and done, again, kind of like the front, my personal favorite for the back, which is these auto Addict taillights with that European sleek style finish. We've never seen this on a Seawolf Grey car, and now that I have, this should be a factory option on every Seawolf car. We have yet to see a color that these auto Addict taillights don't look great at, and the Seawolf is no exception. With the auto Addict's taillights, we did go ahead and add the Paragon smoked indicator overlays. That way we didn't have a huge amount of white here. We did kind of cover that up to help with the sleek European style design that Chad's going for. Moving down below that, we have our Paragon titanium exhaust. This is really going to wake the car up. Luckily with the E-Ray, you don't have to worry about waking the neighbors up in the morning because you can just leave in stealth mode. Below the Paragon titanium exhaust is the Verus diffuser. We assumed and figured this would work on the E-Ray since all of these components are the same from E-Ray to Stingray, but it's always nice to double check. With that, he had us open up the factory fascia so that titanium exhaust pops really well. He got that inspiration from our track car, and I don't blame him because I would do the same thing. So as good as the back end looks, let's see what's driving the power in the engine bay, because like the rest of the car, he didn't skip out. Wow, we got a lot to cover here. starting with the carbon fiber PTR manifold. This is gonna add great power on the Stingray, and the great thing about it on the Eray, it's the exact same power gains. For the coupe guys, one of the most popular mods that everybody's doing to really wake these cars up. Next to that, we have our Paragon billet bars. Now on the Eray, there is a secondary coolant tank. We had to design a bracket and hardware to go with that, so soon we will be offering these billet bars for the Eray. Luckily, same exact bar, so if you already have some, we'll have a hardware kit that you'll be able to buy from us to transfer them from your Stingray or Z06 to the Eray. Below those, we have our Paragon headers. Now, just like a lot of things that you've been hearing me say, General Motors has changed a lot from the Stingray to the Eray. With that, on the Eray, they added EGT. So while the headers are the exact same, we actually had to modify them and put a bung in for the EGT, because if we didn't have that, you're gonna have a check engine light and some other issues. Not a big deal for us. We've got the measurements. We will be offering these headers to all Stingray and Eray owners in the future. So if you have an Eray and you're looking for a set of Paragon headers, we can get you taken care of. And like the front, he went ahead and added the black billet oil cap and the black billet coolant cap and that sleek finish to really dress up the car a little bit extra and add those little touches. Above those oil and coolant caps, we have the Paragon carbon fiber hood struts. The big thing about these and why everybody loves them is for that carbon fiber dress up, and they open your hatch all the way up every time you open it. So you don't have to look kind of embarrassing at the car show when you open the hatch and you gotta manually lift it up. Huge big add-on that a lot of guys do, and they save some weight. And speaking of carbon fiber, last but not least, we have the Eventuri cold air intake with clear window. Yes, your roof does still fit in the back. This is gonna be a great add-on modification with that PTR manifold, with the headers, with the exhaust. They all complement each other significantly, as well as it just looks pretty cool. This is a showstopper engine at any car show, no matter who you're with, no matter what. All right, moving into the interior of this Eray, I gotta give Chad some kudos and any other crazy person that would get this white interior. While it's beautiful, just looking at it, I feel like it's getting dirty. So kudos to him. The only thing that we did on the interior of this car were the new magnetic paddles. This is something that Chad's been wanting forever. He wanted them on a Stingray, but we didn't have them in time yet. Well, they came in 2 days before we're delivering his car, so we had to put them on. This is going to be a great add-on. It works well with the stealth trim, it works well with the silver trim, it works well if you have carbon fiber trim. A lot of great feedback on these right now. Super anticipated product, and who doesn't love the sound of this? I know I do. Well, there we have it. Chad's 2024 Seawolf Gray Eray. This is only the second Eray that we've ever done here at the shop, and man, it's just making me love them more and more. I might just have to get one for myself. Chad, we love everything that you did on the car. You made it an OEM plus build, all the yellow accents, not doing too much of this or too little of that. You really made it perfect. So without further ado, all the nuts and bolts are exactly where they need to be, and it's time to get this back in your possession. Thank you for trusting us with this build, giving us the opportunity to do some R&D for future clients that are watching this video, and man, enjoy this, and I can't wait to see it on the streets. We'll see you all in the next video. Rob, buddy, you're gonna have a blast with this, I promise. Starting off with bloopers. Side profile car things, take one. Oh God, can't kick the side, lift it up. Oh God. All right. Am I even in frame? I don't know. How the hell does he do this? Take one, shouldn't be two. I gotta give Chad a little bit of, I guess it's not gonna be one take. Take two. Oh, sorry. Paddles are addicting. Good luck.